hey, let's take the 2 trucks down to the sand pit and see which one can sand pit better.
You're gonna keep it away from my truck.
That's what. Well, your truck will get pregnant.
No.
Why don't you get a wheel so you could whooshy?
I have a DJ.
It would be cool if you had a DJ over in the corner.
Did you see this? What's that say?
For your rectal use only.
Are you going to put that on your gas cap?
Not on my gas cap.
What are you going to put it on?
I don't know.
Your shift knob?
I'm sure there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, probably a Strider.
Did you ever see Spanish Fly?
No, I've never seen Spanish Fly.
Do you know what it is?
It depends on what you mean. Real fly or a Spanish Fly that you buy at a gas station in San Diego?
Tijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the movies.
Of course. Yeah.
And then you come out and your girlfriend's stuck on the shift knob.
You gave it to your girlfriend?
No, I never saw it.
Oh.
But it wasn't that in Porky's or something?
I don't know what it was in.
Okay, so you just bought a new truck.
I just bought a new truck.
What did you buy?
I bought a Nissan Titan.
Why did you pick that?
Well, it was because I was tired. Because I'm tired of American-made crap. That Dodge was a disaster. And so it was really either Toyota. It was actually really Toyota. And then by watching Toyota videos, I started watching Nissan videos.
Because YouTube targeted you with it?
No, because most people.
What's happening here?
Because when people are comparing the trucks, they always bring up the
Nissan Titan.
The Nissan versus the what? So yours it's the Tacoma, right?
No.
What is it?
That's the little truck.
Right. So like they compare the Tacoma against the Frontier, and then the Titan would be what's the other one you got?
Tundra.
The Tundra.
It's
right.
It's not a truck. Like watching all videos, I bought the Tacoma because Chris Costa wanted to be like me. So he's like, hey, you should buy the Tacoma so I can be like you.
Right.
So I bought it, but it's small. It's tiny.
Yeah.
What did you drive to when we went to North Carolina?
I don't know. I
You
don't remember.
drove something out there.
Yeah, it'd have been a rental, wouldn't it?
No, because we took my Tacoma to Overland, and we took something.
It would have been the Dodge. It had to have been the Dodge. The only other truck I have is a Ford.
I'll bet you drove the Excursion.
Oh, maybe the Excursion. Yeah.
Okay, so because that truck, that truck looks really nice.
Well, that's the issue was, so they always get compared. And so I was teetering between a Toyota or the Nissan. My original first real truck was a Nissan hardbody. So I was kind of between the two. And the reason why Toyota won out over them is, first off, Toyotas are much more expensive. And second, Toyota knows they're the top dog. Like, they know they sell the most vehicles.
So they don't have to update them. And
so they aren't trying. Where Nissan is like, we're going to try. We're going to give you all these features that you can get in the Toyota. And so that's really what got me. Well, what really got me is Facebook Marketplace. Because I'd been looking. Did
you plan to buy this?
I had been looking for like 3 weeks. I knew I needed a new vehicle because I'm just, the Dodge it's like a boat. You just throw money into it and it just eats it up. I knew I needed a new vehicle, and I didn't want to do it, but I knew I needed. So I've been searching through. I was looking at the Dakotas, and I was looking at all kinds. And I narrowed it down through it was either going to be the Toyota or the Nissan. And I was really looking at the smaller one, like the Frontier. Or the, what is it in the Toyota? Tundra. So I was looking. Tacoma. Yeah, I was looking at like a.
You're small, man. You would hate that thing.
I was looking at that just because of the gas mileage. And then somebody so much more smarter than me said, Don't get the towing capacity that you need right now, because I know you're going to want to tow something heavier. So get the biggest towing capacity you can, and what we're looking at, right? And what we're looking at.
Who said that?
Just somebody way smarter than me.
Was it me?
No, it wasn't you, but I'm sure it's close to you. Somebody way smarter than me. And so I was like, okay. And then I was looking at just buying a brand new truck. And even the Nissan, brand new, it's $61,000, which for the ballers out there, that may not be a lot of money.
And the Toyota
that's a lot of money.
pre-owns still hold their value.
Yeah, that's a shit ton of money.
There's dudes selling fucking used Toyotas for more than they bought them new for.
Yeah. So I kind of set my mind on I was going to go this weekend for sure to the Nissan dealership in Dixon, get the two trucks right next to each other, and just be like, why do I want one or the other? And then last night I was just on Facebook Marketplace.
What time?
It was like 10:30, 11.
That's what I always buy food at 10:30 at night.
I'm flipping through Facebook Marketplace and I'm like, that Titan has got a lift kit on it. There's no way it has a lift kit on it. Because they're rare to find a Titan that has a lift kit on it. And I'm like, that's crazy. And so I'm looking at it and had nice wheels on it. There had been updates that someone did to that vehicle, but the most important thing was the mileage was low. Almost all the used ones I was looking at, the mileages were, close to 100,000. And so the mileage was low, the price was decent, and I'm like, I'm going to go look at that truck. And so I was like, I'm going to look at that truck. And then it was Marketplace that got me again, because I'm like, yeah, this weekend I'll go up there. And so I keep looking. I'm going to find something else. I keep looking. I scroll down a little more, and I'm like, oh, there's a truck with a lift kit. I click on it. It's the same truck.
They've listed it several times over the weeks.
They've listed it a couple times over the last 2 weeks. And so I'm like, fuck, that truck's not going to be there. So this morning at 5 o'clock, I got up, got my shit ready, and I'm like, I'm driving the 2 hours to
somewhere
to the Nissan dealership in
Gatlinburg,
not Gatlinburg, Gatlin,
Tennessee, Gatlin.
Yeah. I'm probably saying it wrong. I drove there. I drove there. I went to where the truck was parked. It was gone. I'm like, I knew it. The motherfucker was sold.
Nope, the service manager drove it home that night. Somebody
bought this fucking truck. And the other thing that got me too was that they had a sticker in the window that said, still had a 100,000 mile powertrain warranty on all the things in it. So it was still all covered in warranty. And then I just drove around the parking lot. I saw it. I'm like, okay, that's the one. Obviously, I'm the first person.
They're not even open.
I'm first person there in the lot. Dude comes out. He's like, what can I help you with? I go, I'm going to buy that truck. And he goes, well, let me go get some keys so you can test drive it. And I'm like, okay, go get keys, but I'm going to buy that truck. I got that over there, which is crazy because I had a Honda Element that was a residual from my mother before she became unable to do anything on her own. And the Honda Element was like a truck for old people.
It was like a small van, but you could use it for cargo and shit.
Yeah, it was a good. I never had a problem with the Honda Element. It went everywhere I wanted it to go, and you feel weird. It's got a lot of headroom in it, but it was a good car. But Mom had used it very well, and so the seats are all stained and it was dirty, and I'm like, whatever. They're gonna give me $500 for it. I don't care. I don't have to drive it home, and I don't have to deal with it because then then it would be selling it here some knucklehead. And so I'm like, I'm trading that in, and I'm buying this. And he's like, well, let me go get the keys, and you can take it for a test drive. And he goes and gets keys, and I walk around and look at everything, and everything looks good. There's not any rust on it, any crazy shit on the truck. And then the service manager comes out, and he's talking to me, and I'm like, who did the lift kit? Did you guys do it? And he's like, no, we didn't do it. It was a third party. And I'm like, did it alter the warranty? Is all those parts everything still warranted because that lift kit's on there? He's like, everything is warranted except for the lift kit parts. So anything else goes out, we warranty it out. And so I'm like, okay. He gets the keys. The kid gets the keys, and the salesman I got again I'm there early, so he's the boot. He's the new kid on the block, right? And so he's all excited to go on a test drive and shit. And I get in it, and I'm like, okay, because again, I'm driving a truck that's 15 years old, so I'm like, what does that button do? What does this button do? And he's on his phone going, okay, if you push this, that, he's telling me all the shit, and I'm like, okay, it's not overcomplicated, meaning a lot of the stuff in the Nissan Titan is still analog, so you can still control your volume. You can still spin the wheel to get the heater and the air conditioner running. So there's a lot of still analog stuff in there, which I like.
So you think it's analog when you're turning that wheel. It's
I'm sure there's a thing, and I don't care as long as I think
it kind of works like you're used to it working.
Right. And so he's like, well, let's take it for a test drive. And so we get out of the parking lot and drive.
You should have immediately hit a curb with it.
We would drive. No, because you have to give them your insurance. So we drive, I don't know, 100 yards, and
I would have took it straight through over the hill.
I go, I don't know where anything is around here because I'm not from here.
Golf course will work.
And so I'm like driving, and then I'm like, why am I fucking wasting time? I turn in the parking lot, I turn around, I drive back, I go, look, I don't need to drive this around. I came here to buy this. The reality is it drives really smooth.
I got shit to do.
Like, it's really smooth. Well, you know how it is when you go to buy a car, right? You decide, and then you're there for 9 hours while they're back there, playing Mario Brothers and trying to get you to fucking accept whatever stupid bullshit they want to tackle.
When I go test drive a car, they're like, slow down. Please slow down. Oh, my God, please slow down.
And so we turned around, went back to the lot. I'm like, look, I want to buy the car. My credit's good. This is how much money I'm going to give you. Go do it. And so I go, I don't want to be here at midnight. And he goes, I don't want to be here at midnight either. And so they were really good. They did it pretty. I mean, it still took. When I text you, I'd just been leaving there, so it still took 5 hours to get a car. But they weren't. It wasn't like they were bullshitting around. They did their thing, and
doing their bullshit.
Yeah, they weren't coming back and being like, I gotta go talk to my manager. But he did bring the thing, and he's like, he's like, this is all the list price and all your taxes and shit like that. And I'm like, God damn, fucking taxes, and then I'm looking at it and I go, trade in $3,500. You give me $3,500 for that car? I mean, Blue Buck on it is only $1,700, but yeah, they gave me a that's what they could have took off of it anyways. But that was really good. They very helpful. Did everything super fast as you could think they could do it, and got me out of there.
So what's the plan for it?
I needed a new truck.
Oh, we're not talking about the other thing?
Well, I mean, it'll have to be part of that because that's the other thing. But
do we want to disclose that?
Not yet. Do
you want to put it down for history and we'll use this later?
No. I think we should wait until I feel like I have to. My problem is I have to get the 4 episodes done. I want to have 4 episodes in the can. Hand them to. Is Brando coming this weekend?
Yes.
I want to be able to hand it to him and be like,
he's the dude that cuts it.
Okay, well, whoever, my thought was by Wednesday, I've got 4 episodes done, and it either works or it doesn't work.
4 by Wednesday. That's ambitious.
No, not when you follow his guidelines. His guidelines were 10 minutes, so I'm thinking 12 minutes.
It's way harder to make a 10-minute video than a 30-minute video.
Oh, I know it is, but. I think
you're going to shoot 14 hours and he's going to cut it into 10 minutes. You're going to be like, motherfucker, where did the rest of this video go?
Well, maybe that is, but.
So did you buy a drone?
I did not buy a drone. No.
Lame. You got to get a drone.
Why do I need a drone? Then I need a drone operator.
Everybody knows you got to have a drone.
I need a drone operator.
You don't?
Yeah, you do.
Any one of these guys can fly a drone.
Again. I said I need a drone operator.
Okay,
they
have a button.
Any one of these guys can fly a drone.
They have a button.
But I don't have time for that.
It goes up.
I don't have time
for that. It just does things on its own. It'll actually follow. You can auto track you and it will follow you.
We'll see what kind of turnout we get. If we get some turnout, maybe a drone is in the works.
DJI.
Or maybe I can just get Brando to walk.
Somebody want to sponsor a drone? Scully needs a drone.
I need a drone operator too.
Not a bullshit drone either.
I need a drone operator too.
No, you don't.
Yeah. I actually have a drone, but it's in 29 Palms.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I have a drone. It's in 29 Palms.
Is it 17 feet long?
No. It's a regular, whatever drone that everybody uses with the thermal camera and all that shit on there. Because
just everybody has a drone.
yeah,
with a
don't they?
thermal
Doesn't
camera.
everybody have that? I have a really good friend who has a drone, and he's on base, right? And he's flying his drone, but he only flies it in the house.
What?
Because he's on base.
So?
He only flies it in the house. Because he's on base, he's only flying in the house, and he chases his dogs with it and shit. And one day he left the fucking back door open. And his drone went out the back door. And as soon as it got out the back door, it went.
It shut it down.
Oh yeah, you're in a restricted airspace, bitch. You can't fly this motherfucker here anymore. So now he can't even fly in his house. So he's like, I'll just send it to you.
You can jailbreak it.
Yeah, he didn't want the hassle. So we do have a drone. But speaking of that, JJ, mail me my drone. I don't know why you're holding on. I have to tell him on the other podcast because he listens to that podcast.
And they're not going to hear this one yet?
Well, I don't know.
What's the first thing you're going to bolt onto that thing?
The dumbest thing you could possibly think of?
What?
2 speakers that they have for that thing that go in the back.
You should get some of those waterproof like razor and boat speakers that just mount on the back.
That's what they are. They're waterproof speakers that bolt onto the rail in the back of the truck.
You can go super baller too, because you can have it so that it will strobe where the cone actually has a light. You probably have these on your boat, don't you?
Yeah.
So they make noise as the speaker cone lights up.
Yeah, that's probably the first thing I'm going to bolt onto that thing.
Oh man, you're going to have some girl in a real tree camouflage bikini like bouncing off your truck and shit.
Bring it.
What's the first thing you're going to cut off the truck? You got to cut the truck somehow. You got to cut something off it.
I don't know.
That front fender where it's rubbing.
I figure it'll just rub it to where it needs to be rubbed.
Size of those tires, like 63s?
I don't know what's on
44s?
I don't know what's on
What size is on the Unimog? Those are 42s, aren't they?
No. They were 44s. They were 42s, original 42s, but then the MRAP tires are 44s. So I went from 42s to 44s on the Unimog.
Those look like you probably got 35-ish somewhere around, probably metric, but it's a good-looking truck, man.
Yeah, and it drives really good. I was actually impressed at how smooth.
How long you think you're going to go before it falls over sideways?
It depends on how many times I bring it here.
Why here? Why is it going to happen here?
There's only one way it's going to fall over sideways is if you're just like, hey, let's take the 2 trucks down to the sand pit and see which one can sand pit better. That's the only way that's going to happen because I'm going to drive it like Grandpa.
You better have somebody drive the Unimog so they can pick your truck back over.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to be out jumping sand dunes in that thing.
You better keep it away from my truck.
Your truck will get pregnant.
No.
Oh,
yeah, you stole my fucking punchline, motherfucker. I said it before we were on video.
Yeah, your truck will get pregnant because mine is way too sexy.
It is nice looking.
Like
when you drove past, I go, that's a good looking. I go, wait a minute, did that say fucking Nissan on the back of it?
Yeah. The reality. Here's the reality.
I'm gonna buy a whole set of badges that say Toyota for you.
It would be funny.
Yeah.
It would be funny.
Are you gonna paint? What are you gonna do? Like desert camo?
Marpat. Woodland. Wrap.
You totally could do it.
Nobody paints anymore, John.
No, wrap's the way to do it anyways. It'll protect all the paint and shit.
Yeah, wrap. You know a guy, I'm sure.
Yeah, we know a guy. We know the guy.
Yeah, wrap it all.
Yeah, don't let anybody tell you around here, I'll do it for $4,000, right? Because they're going to put it all on and they're going to cut right where the doors and the windows are. Yeah. They need to wrap it around inside the wheel wells and yeah.
Yeah, no, nothing's getting done around here.
Are you going to put any armaments on it?
Well, I mean, that's kind of a dumb question. Of course.
You can. I mean, they make these things that go inside your bumper that'll drop caltrops. They make one that shoots fire. You could do a smoke screen.
I like the fire.
They'll do ones that'll drop smoke grenades.
I mean, you never know. You never know what's going to happen to that.
Where do you plan to take this truck?
Sea to sea.
Moab.
Well, I mean, Moab's on the way, so. Yeah.
We got a buddy. I think he's getting sponsored to go to Moab.
Yeah? To do what? Motorcycles?
Off-road.
Oh, just off-road. Yeah, sea to shining sea. We're going to touch the...
Who's we?
You and me. In the Tacomas. You're going to take your truck, I'm going to take
You
mine.
keep saying Tacoma.
Well, whatever it is. It's small. I only know it's smaller than my truck.
I can get a Toyota sponsorship.
I bet I could get a Nissan sponsorship.
No, I could just have my guy sponsor your Nissan.
Well, that would be cool, too.
He'd be down for it. He might even be here this weekend.
Oh, is he coming?
Chris, maybe.
Yeah, good.
Pierre,
Good.
make sure this happens.
Pierre. Yeah, we got to get Pierre. We got to get... He's not here.
Somebody's got to fix your broke shit.
Pierre's not here.
Right this minute, he's not.
No, but I mean, he's not in the country.
You don't think so?
No, he's been mobilized.
He's back to the motherland?
Yeah, he's been mobilized.
You think they put him on
they did a call out.
They put him on a powered parachute?
Yeah, they did a call out. He's on his way back.
His has a real big fan blade. And I picture him with like a love seat.
Yeah, maybe.
Like a velvet crush couch for his seat.
Yeah, he's on the call. He's on his way back.
Right.
Yeah, he kisses woman goodbye and shit.
He's
Put his
scared of-
headband on.
He's scared of heights. He's super scared of heights.
I believe that. Yeah.
You never seen him parachute, have you?
No.
Scared of heights.
Yeah. Well, they're not parachuting. They're just flying.
Same thing.
Yeah, kind of.
All right.
All right.
Sounds badass.
All right.
What's the name of the channel?
It is Dog Kennel and Little Spoon.
Oh, I thought we weren't going to say that. Okay, we might as well talk about some more here. What else?
What?
What's the channel
No.
going to be?
I said you'll see when he edits it.
All right.
Yeah.
Badass.